Hello and welcome to Benz Addiction. Welcome to the second part of the A209 Mercedes Benz CLK top fabric or canvas replacement. This also applies to Mercedes Benz C207, the E-Class convertible. If you haven't watched the first video of removing and doing up the rear section of the top fabric or canvas, please watch it. I'll include a link over here. Also, I will include some of the overview of what I did in the first section, so you will have an idea. And then please keep watching this video and give me a thumb up if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching, liking and subscribing. Remove the soft top or canvas on this A209 and replace it with a brand new one that I bought recently. The reason why I'm replacing the fabric or canvas on my A209 CLK 500 is because the seam is split and using adhesive was not the best solution. So I have decided to go ahead and finally replace the canvas. In doing so, I'm going to do it as a DIY that's going to save me at least $2,000. So if you would like to do so, please follow me. I'm going to follow instructions from WIS instructions, step by step doing. So you need to use the outdoor double-sided ones, and this is high heat as well. But unfortunately, it's not the best size in terms of width, so I'm going to cut it in two halves. Also, you need 4.2 millimeter rivets, at least like 30 of them to complete the job. You also need a rivet gun. Now on the left hand side, you almost can see the finished product. All that is left is glue the double-sided tape to here. And this side is almost complete. More information here. There are one fabric tape over here that gets riveted underneath this rivet. And there is this band as well that gets riveted over here at the same time. There is this band over here goes through this fabric for the interior and gets riveted over here. Comes there, down there, and there's this one over here. The one over here actually goes there. Okay, in my opinion, the best way to cross this tension cable through this fabric is using the one of these tools. You can use whatever you want, but using such tool, so I cross this one from the fabric hole from here first, and then when I crossed it, I taped this end to this plastic over here and I pull it out, and it just takes just like 30 seconds to do so. Otherwise, it might give you a hard time. Okay, just like that. I only need to pull this spring type from here and there you got it. I've applied 2 layers of double-sided adhesive tape. It's a high heat type and it's a high strength one. Okay, here the tricky part is before I use this adhesive to paste this letter down to here, I need to align this hole so I can use a pop rivet on here. So I want to make sure that this really aligns, and then the rest would align, and then this should go on the adhesive at the end as well. Okay, it's now time for the first zipper, and that's the bigger one. What you need to make sure is you have done everything over here. Obviously I haven't put the window back. That can be done in the last stage, not a problem. But even this fabric tape needs to go after the first zipper, and then after that would be these little zippers on left hand side and right hand side, and then we continue ahead. After you put the zipper, there should be one zipper in your kit, so you shouldn't be worried about that. I found it on one of the zips, so you search for yourself. There should be a zipper. As soon as you engage the zipper, because this is a raw zipper, you need to put back the original stapler so you won't unzip it from this side while you're pulling this zip toward the other side, like that. And then basically when you finish zipping everything, you will be left with this tension band to put in this groove over here. But you won't be able to easily do that. You need to pull this that much, and that's why you need to angle this as much as possible so you can pull it with a plier and cross it from here, from this end, and then put it in, install it back, and that might take an hour for both of them. Okay, the original canvas at the front edge is 35 mil, almost 33 mil, tucked underneath the metal trim. I'm not sure what's the best method of doing this, making sure that this is tucked evenly alongside, but I've used some of the clips. I'm going to leave it for a few hours and then continue afterwards, making sure that it's tucked evenly and nicely underneath that metal trim piece. But everything else is done so far. I am almost ready to put back the rear window. Okay, the next step is using a high temp and high strength double-sided tape. The best tape you could use is around 8 to 9 millimeter, and I didn't have that, so I had to use a surgery knife to cut around the corners, but that's okay. If you have access to 10 millimeter or 8 millimeter double-sided tape, use the best brand you can. And first you need to clean up the previous tape, and then use grease remover to remove all the remaining around the window, and finally, using some patience, apply your double-sided tape. Okay, the challenge over here is to find the holes and maybe put a new hole on the letters if you don't have it, and finding these holes while putting down the window would be another challenge, but that's not a big deal. Make sure to use another person's help. So this is a two-person job. What I did not remove the outer layer of the cover or skin for the double-sided tape until I made sure completely everything is seated, and then I gently removed it from around the window. So now everything is seated. I've loosely put some nuts on, and I'm going to gradually make the glass seated, because this is not an easy and just like 5-second job. You need to make sure that all of the surrounding studs completely seat in the holes. Okay, the very important point over here is don't force any of these nuts. Just go very slowly and around and make sure that the stud is sitting properly, because there is leather around and there is the top on for the top studs as well. So the torque spec is 5 Newton meter only, which is nothing. So after you make sure all of these 16 8mm nuts around the window are torqued by 5 Newton meters, there will be 2 left and 2 more things to do. So one thing is, and one important thing is, actually there are 2 terminals for the heated rear window that you need to put them back. They are in this area over here that you need to put them back, and then you will have 2 special nuts plus 2 washers that they go over here on that stud. But you need to put the inner roof fabric on that stud first to install that on both sides. So these 2 nuts, which are special nuts, are going to be the last pieces, and then you will be able to put back that inner fabric of the top behind that aluminum rail. Okay, you might find the inner fabric to here a bit of a tight fit, but you need to stretch all the way and stretch the fabric so you can put that leather piece underneath that 8mm special nut with a washer. Okay, the fabric is behind the aluminium frame, and all that is left is nothing. Okay, what do you think? Here is the final product. The front, the sides, not too bad, right? And of course the rear, which is super important, especially the water pocket area. Let's have a closer look, because this is the most important part. It's not as beautiful as the original fabric, but I would say it's 80% of that. And the seam, so nice, so new. And here's the other side. It looks like the fabric is overstretched a bit. It could do with maybe 10 or 20 mil of extra fabric. And you know what? You can always loosen these front 10 screws and let just like few millimeters of fabric out if you have extra fabric over here. So that's one option you have. That's what I have done. I'll leave it over the night, so hopefully I will get few millimeters from the sides and especially the front. But this is how it looks like. And here is the side. I think I need to work on this area a bit more to stretch it, but that's all. The water pocket doesn't look so bad. And yeah, let's have an overall wider look. And I think it looks good and it really worth the effort. So the choice is yours. You can do it yourself. It would take at least 10 to 12 hours or maybe more, like me, if you do it over the few hours of the weekend, which I did over 2-3 weekends. Or you might want to pay and have an upholsterer to do this for you and pay around $2,000 depending to the country. In US I would say more. Same about Western Europe. But the choice is yours. So if you ask me what was the main challenge, I would say this area, the water pocket area and the rear area, it took the most of the time. I would say it took like 60 to 70% of the time. And then putting back the window, trying to reseal it using the adhesive, cleaning up, that all takes a lot of time. Removing was like a 2-hour job, not much, but if you really want to remove it, to memorize what to do and do it perfectly, it might take even more. But in doing so, it's not a very straightforward process. You might use your common sense, different tools, and try to tackle few of the issues and problems, because some of the fabric and elastic bands are worn and they are not really going to last. Even the internal ones are, some of them you will notice that they are worn. So it might take some time, it might take some energy, but finally this is a new roof and it's going to last another hopefully 10 to 20 years if kept in a good condition, washed properly but not excessively, and be used in a good weather, not a poor weather. Hey guys, this project is done too and it's well worth doing it. So if you really think that your top fabric is not in a perfect condition, go ahead and do it. It's a big challenge, but I'm sure you will be able to do it. Just watch this video and hopefully there will be no bumps and humps and issue. The only thing is it takes time and effort. That's all. Thanks so much for watching, liking, subscribing. Please leave your feedback in the comment section below and have a great day and enjoy your Mercedes Benz convertible.